Welcome to Liquid Confession.
Let's sip and share.
Today, for our Liquid Confession, we have 3 sets of questions. Are you ready?
I think I am. Are you ready? You're not ready. You have to be ready. So, round 1, and it's icebreaker. It's an icebreaker. The question here is, are you ready for this question? I'm sure you should be. The question is,
For me, it will be back in
Mauritius. Where is that?
So it's an island. I was studying there. I took it for granted. I didn't allow myself to explore. I didn't give it a chance at all.
Is my past experience with my family. My dad. Upon meeting, my dad gave a statement to my mom while my mom was pregnant with me. He gave a statement to my mom saying that he doesn't want his family to know. He doesn't want to ruin his family. And my mom was like, if you had a family, why did you come to me? What was his reply was, whatever you do with the pregnancy is up to you. That words alone, it still lingers in my mind. What's up, guys? So we're back again with the second set of questions of the Liquid Confession.
Wow, it's round 2 deep. I think we're going in depth. I just hope I can answer these questions. But anyway,
my relationship wasn't toxic. Wasn't that kind of, wasn't that vibe. It was good. It seemed that man wants purity over everything.
I get.
He was actually saying, without me, you can't do anything. Without me, I don't think anything will go right for you. Yeah.
I don't like talking about my relationship seriously.
That's why you have to talk about it, girl.
But I'll say the one moment that really stands out for me would be my recent relationship.
I see. So that's the end of the second set.
So let's do some checking. Like, how are you? How is this going? How are the questions? Like, how are you feeling?
So far, the questions, they have been coming very heavy.
Okay.
But you have to take some time to rethink. And so there are some certain things that you don't want to reflect on, but
I know
circumstances have to let you.
Okay.
But so far, it's been. What is there any other one I can say aside hectic? No, not hectic. Aside being very tempting.
Okay, I get. So we are here again with the third set of questions.
Yes, the final set. We made it. Thank
This
God,
is the
we
final
made it.
set, and we hope you are enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you want to share your stories, you can get onto us. So yeah, are you ready for this last set? There you go. Yeah. So, are you going to start?
Yes. I'm going. It's the last set, and I have the whole thing that you have to be very, very careful of whatever comes last, because it's always the heaviest, most toughest. So sometimes I have to say the first is always the hardest, but in this particular time, I think it's the last. Because
you think like these questions will be hard?
They were hard, so like I'm getting myself prepared.
Okay, let's see what's in there. Let's see.
Are you ready?
I am. 2 rounds. I am ready now.
Are you
for
sure?
The last round.
Come, let me do a quick check. Okay, yeah. Are you sure you're ready?
I am seeing something like, is that deeper?
So guys, it's the round 3. And this time it's way deeper. I tell you that the last are always the heaviest. So
I think we are ready for some confession. Like, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Confession it is. Liquid confession it is. So, your first question. Let's visit your pain.
Pain. Pain.
Yes. Underline pain.
Okay.
What is a moment you rarely speak about but still carry with you? Deeper questions, right? I'm waiting.
I mean, okay. Let me process this. Let me digest. Because pain are things that I really had to talk about.
Yeah.
Like something I rarely talked about but carry with me. That's the question. What is it?
Pain. What make you feel that pain? That's kind of pain. That's it. This pain, it will always be in me, but I won't talk about it. Pain for sweets. Really? Are you joking with me? Okay, let's go. Maybe it's a pain of sweetness. I can understand.
Okay, I just wanted to get your reaction.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that.
Okay.
Oh. Drink it. Are you drinking it?
Okay. So, let me just give just a background to the answer and something around it. So, when I decided to come back home, my friends were I've never told them about this, or I think I've only talked to my ex about it. Oh my god, I call that guy my ex, and it's so weird.
Oh, so you want to? They need it.
Yeah.
They need it.
So
Okay.
my friends were, oh, why did you come back home? Oh, my dad was, why are you coming back home? I mean, what's here for you? Why are you coming back? And I never really said why. I'm just oh, home is better. I like being home. But the real reason, why I really did come home was, you see the way, you see on social media and people talk about, racism, abuse, stuff like that, and we just read about it and we're like, oh, it's bad, but you never know what is it until you really experience it. That's that's when you know what it really feels like. It's not just, oh, it's bad and that's it. We're like, oh, it should not be happening, we are fighting for human rights, blah blah blah, and then that's it. But when you really experience it, it's not it's this it really disturbs you mentally. It eats you up in so many ways.
You need some time to process it. I think you do need some time to process it. Pain is something that's extremely bad. Everyone has gone through pain, Pain. Such a big word. We just fall into spell it. Pain.
So I really talked about it. I mean, so when I was in Mauritius, I was on scholarship, but then most of the time I needed cash. You need cash all the time. It's never enough. So we took these hotel jobs. I work night shift, and then I study in the morning and then I work night shift. So I won't I don't want to make an excuse like it's their culture. I mean, it's not a bad place, but for them they see it as nothing, but then you get treated in some kind of ways that it's inappropriate. Like, it's very inappropriate. Like the way you are talked to. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. There was this one time, like, I was carrying food. I was carrying a tray of food. And then I was, like, trying to get it to the table. And then you'll just see the chef will come and then will spank your ass. Just like that. And they'll start laughing. Like, it didn't happen once, twice. I'm like, is this funny to you guys? Like, why would you do that and then you all are sitting down and laughing about it? And then there was this other time I took a taxi, and then, I mean, I was in a strange country, I know no one, and the taxi guy was like, and then he parked some lonely place, and he was like, he removed his, like, I don't know if this word, like, it's permitted on set, like, he removed his dick and he was like, suck it. Like, it was like literally
Really?
like forcing me
like
to,
it
like,
was sexually harassing
yeah,
or something like that.
like, the way they see, like, I don't know, you'll be walking in the street and someone will just shout from nowhere, oh, Africa, you have big ass, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. And I'm like, do they see it like something that is common? And then you see someone just talk to you because you are dark, like your skin is dark. So all of these things, like, like on campus, we'll be on campus, and then you see a guy just walk around the fence, removing his dick, just like showing you, like, it was really weird. And I mean, I'm not used to things like that. Like, I'm not used to people talking to me anyhow, like disrespecting me, like, And there was this one time I went to the ATM machine. I was trying to remove cash, and this guy kept following me. And then he was like how much, like, he was asking me, like, we can go to that hotel there and I can pay you, something like that. And it was just following me. I was so scared. I had to run to the police station. And a lot more that I experienced all through my 3 years there. And I told myself, this is not the place for me. Like, I need to go back home. I mean, I'm safe here. I don't have to be threatened. Yeah. And yeah, I think that's something I don't actually talk about, but it's always with me. Like, I'm always, like, thinking about it, like, a lot of things that happened there. Yeah.
You have strength. You really do have strength, because all that, the trade, because that, what you go through, like, it's life threatening. Like, someone threaten you, especially when they know that you're foreigner there, especially when you're an African, a black African. They'll try all the way to threaten you, especially this racism you were speaking of. They always see themselves as supremacy over us.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have their ways through us. But it's good you stand your ground. You go there, focusing on your education, conquer it, and decide to come home. But it's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, strong girl.
Let's get to your question.
Mine.
Okay. It reads. He said, let's revisit a moment that broke you. Yeah, like, the keyword is broke you. Like, a moment that broke you. What happened? Like, you tell us what happened, and how do you see it now? Like, in that moment, like, what happened? And now that it's past, like, how do you see it?
How do I see it now?
Yeah.
A moment that broke me.
Yeah, a moment that broke you.
Okay. I'll go for neutral. It's a moment that broke me. Am I I taking the right class?
I mean,
it broke me.
Maybe in that moment it's bitter, but in this moment, what do you feel it's like now that
it's
passed?
then I wish I had the permission to drink all 3 of the glasses because like that moment it was bitter, it was sweet,
Okay.
and now it's just normal. I will let go. So I would take first the neutral. Okay. That's why, because the neutral is, I'm thankful I'm here.
Okay, that's good.
So the moment that broke me,
I mean, you can take some time to process it.
It doesn't need process, but I already know what broke me.
Yeah.
But the time that broke me was the time I lost my virginity.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Like, yeah? Like, do you want to like tell us what happened?
Nah, I don't want to talk what happened, but just that it broke me. It shattered me. It's create that stigma in me.
I mean, why?
Why? Because like it wasn't done willingly. Okay. I don't know if you understand what I mean. It wasn't done willingly.
Okay.
Yes. So like it really broke me.
Was it like, is it rape or is it like?
I don't want to say it, but it broke me. It shattered me. Yeah. So like it was even my family, they are not aware of it.
Okay.
Yes. The only one who I think is aware of it is my sister.
Okay.
Yes, she knew about it, and she was actually like, she actually protected me. She guided me through, because like she's a sister, but not like a sister to my family. Okay. So, because some friends I have, so long as you know me, we share things in common, I don't classify you as a friend again. Okay. Because we have that connection. Okay. I could talk. I could go out, have some time. It was actually in the province. Okay. During the time I was bargaining myself that I want to know my dad. Yes, so such happened. And sorry. Fine. What really pained was I didn't know who the person was. So like I was really shattered. Really, that in fact that was the whole thing that gave me a push, because like no one wanted to know, no one cared to know. That really pushed me to come back home, because like there was nothing there for me. I went to a party with a friend, this after back to school party, something like that. I got to drink. That's why I hardly take drink from strangers. Because of my timidness, I was little, I can't tell. It was just a drink given to me like, Sonia, wait, make I'll buy a drink for you. Mixed something. That was my first time of taking such. So I took it and can't remember what happened next. All I knew was I found myself in the hospital. And that really shattered me, because I lost myself. But now I've gone through it. I've kind of taken that off my memory. And there I am.
Wow. That's a lot.
So it's bad. It made me lose so many things. But
That's a lot. That's a lot. It's not like it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. I know. It made me go
God,
so
I'm
many.
so
I hardly
sorry.
say it. I hardly say it. My family are not aware of it because I know if they do, they will say the last. Though they will fight, they will stand up front. But I know the last thing was, if you haven't been persistent about you visiting, knowing your father, this won't have happened. And honestly, that's really created a bad memory for me. It shattered me that my education, my own mental state wasn't that okay again. That people start realizing that, Sonia, something is wrong with you. You're not like this. Why then all of a sudden things like this start happening to you? You start behaving negatively, thinking negatively, especially about men, not wanting to socialize yourself. Until date, I fear to socialize with people up to now. I fear it. I mingle a lot, but with friends, like sitting here now, but in another time you see me just be myself, because I lost trust in people. I don't socialize. I see myself, whenever I socialize myself, I have a rethink about it again. So,
Oh God, it's a lot to carry.
yeah,
I
it's a
didn't know
lot.
something like that happened to you.
It did happen,
It's not
but
okay, and I don't know.
what pained the most is I don't even know the person. I don't know the person was. I don't know. In fact, all I can recall was I do take a drink from someone. The next thing, I don't know. So I don't know what happened, but all I know is chattered.
It's only real. God, I'm so sorry. God,
It's okay.
I wish I could argue right now.
I know,
Like,
right?
I'm really, really sorry.
No
Like,
problem.
it's not okay, and it should not have happened to you, but it did. And I'm really grateful for how you turned out. Like, you didn't allow it to shape you. Like,
At all, it didn't. It didn't. At least I've said it out now. It's off my chest. I've said it out.
I mean, it's a start.
Yeah, it is, but gradual process. I'm healing. I'm still healing towards it.
You will. And if you want to talk, like, if you ever feel like you want to talk, you should talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, you should.
I guess now I've said it. It's okay. Okay, so your second question is, imagine comforting someone who hurts you deeply. What will you say and why? Let me go again.
Yeah.
Imagine confronting someone who hurt you deeply, and why? What will you say?
Like, comforting someone who hurts me deeply. Like,
someone who has hurt you deeply.
What will I say to them, and why?
Yes.
I'll confront them, like, and say, like, what will I say? And why will I say that? That's the question. Okay.
It's better.
Yeah. Okay. If I have to comfort someone who has hurt me deeply, I mean, first of all, for me, I understand that if someone really hurts you, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them, like how they are processing their traumas, how they are processing the things that are happening to them. And I think it's just like, I think the way people behave to us is mostly a projection of how they are feeling. So it's something I understand a lot. So if I have to comfort like someone who hurt me, okay, I did get hurt recently, like really, really bad. Like it's been like I can't remember the last time I felt that way. Like I really can't remember the last time I really felt that way. I was really hurt. Like I lost something that I thought would be with me forever. Like I said, I don't do the relationship. Okay, I'm a lover girl. I love deeply, but you see the commitment, the fact that you're committed to someone, you see them as, oh, they are mine. Yeah. We're going to get married. We're going to start a family. I don't do that because I'm running away from that hurt. So for the second time I did it, I mean, the first time I really had someone that I called my boyfriend was a long time ago. He was like my first boyfriend. And that was a long time ago. And since then, I've never had someone that I'll say this is my boyfriend. I mean, I've had guys, but not my boyfriend. So when I had him, that was like the second time I was dating. And I really, really saw a future. Like, I was planning family. I was planning things. I was like, my whole world was, I'm not like making a plan that is not at the center of it. Like whatever I'm doing, I'm like, how does he relate? Like, how does he come in? Like, where is the place like for him here? Seeking his opinions. Yeah. So I was at that level in a relationship, actually. I was settled in my head. Like, this is the guy. This is the father of my kids. This is the head of my home. This is the guy. He's the Mr. Right. Yeah. Not like Mr. Right, but like it was like something I can handle. Yeah. So I was settled in that place. I was not looking for anyone anymore. I was not looking. I already had someone. So when like we had the misunderstanding and everything was going like breaking down, it really, really hurt me. Because for me, I thought to myself, I've found my person. Like, he's my person, I'm his person. Like, no matter what will happen, and I'm not going to say here, like, I do the things that will really get him annoyed. But in my head, I was like, whatever that will happen, this is my person. It will never like hurt me. Like, you know, that kind of belief you have in something. Yeah. Like, he has my back, I have his back. It's me and him against the wall. Like, it's me and him. Like, if you come for me, you're coming for him. If you come for him, you're coming for me. Like, you know, that feeling. That's what I had. Yeah. So when it was like breaking, it really, really did hurt me. Like, I went to like the darkest place I've ever been for a long time. Like, I was really depressed. Like, I spent months trying to get back up. So if I could look at him right now in the face, I think the one thing I'll say to him, I think I would just say, like, I expect better, or like something like that. Like, that's something I would say. Like, in my anger state, I'll just tell him that I do expect better. And the reason is because he was actually my person. For the longest time, he was. I'm not going to lie. It was. So because of that, I think my expectation really grew. It grew so much that I expected a lot from him. Like, you know, the way people will say, oh, guys are like this, I'll tell them, no, it's not my guy. Like, I'll literally say, like, that's the one person that will never do this thing to me. Like, I'll say that all the time to my friends. I'll say that. Like, I hear people's story, I'll say, no, that's not my guy. It will never. Like, this guy had my back. Like, he will never do such things. You vouching for him that he's not capable of hurting you. So it came as a shock to me. So I think I'll just look at him and say I expected better. I feel your pain. Yeah, because I did expect better. I mean, at some point now, I do understand him. Like, I try to put myself in his position. But at that moment that it was happening, I did expect it better. Like, I really did expect better.
So to the one, maybe he might be watching us. So I want you to know that Sarah did expect it better.
I did.
She did expect better. Hearing to what you just said also made me to think that I stand with your point. Me too. I did expect it better because we were always lovey-dovey something. Yeah. Wherever he is, I am. We talk, we hang out, we have credible time together. I never expected us to go our separate ways. If someone will give me pinch on my skin and say, hey, you both will end up in such a way, I would say, never. It's a lie. Because we've been together since I was in SS1. Yes. So, and that was since 2014.
Wow.
Yes, and we had our breakup just recently. So, like, if someone will have just said, hey, something like that, I would say, no, it's a lie. Because
I get you. I mean, it feels like that.
I don't know why. So relationships that you think might last longer, that you plan the future with, is something that will just end.
We grew up, and so many things change. Like you said, exposure. I think that's one thing too, because like you it's 2014. You are like what? How old?
I'm now 20, finding my 26.
Like, what do you know at that time? What do you like? We grew up and we see a lot of things. We get exposed. I think we go out of loving those people, and it should not be like that. But like I said, I mostly try to understand them also. Like, maybe we just go in different ways. They are in a position now where maybe you've grown out from. I mean, but yeah, everyone has their experience, and they are just reacting to how they feel. And like I tell people, it's never about you. Whatever happened, it's never about you. It's always about them and how they feel and what they are projecting.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that has really, really, really helped me like move on. Yeah. I think you need to take a deep breath for this one.
Okay.
Okay, so here is your second question. It goes like this. Imagine facing the version of yourself who felt the most lost. What will you ask her?
Well, to be sincere, there will be many questions. But there's this one question I will always ask. That I will ask is why? Just why? And someone will ask, like, why do I say why? I choose the word why because why says a lot. One of the questions is, why didn't I listen to my family about what they advised me on? Why didn't I think, even though I was a child, but as a child, I know that I have this sense of reasoning. I know what's good and what's bad. Okay. So, like, I should have listened to what my family would say. And if my vision of myself, whenever I watch myself through the mirror, I always say vision of myself. I would say, like, why didn't I listen? Okay. Because if I did listen to what my family say, I won't be in a position where I have to start thinking being hot and all, because I was actually trying to get close to my dad. Yes, not knowing that what I was actually expecting is not what I will receive. My family knew him. Other people knew him. They tell me about him. They even give evidences, not just by words, but give out evidences to me. But I decide to just neglect everyone and see, to not even to see, to prove them wrong, because the impression he gives to me was he's not what I was told he was.
People say
he is way different person.
Okay.
So like I was eager, I was furious to get to know him.
Yeah.
But I guess that didn't work out. So a version of myself I will always ask is why. Because if I've listened, things like this wouldn't have happened. Things like my bad times do come, but it wouldn't have hit me this hard than how it did.
Oh.
Yeah. So for that question, it's bitter.
Yeah.
So cheers, it's a bitter memory. I'm scared to
you're like drowning it down. You're drowning that memory by drinking that. You're like drowning.
So
the
now
memory.
You're kind of consoling me. Okay, I will take it.
You're drowning the memory. Like it's not something that's what's being in your thoughts.
Thank you for the motivation, but this thing is really bitter. Honestly, it is.
Like you just keep going and pushing, and I mean the why will always come. But what important is like all those experiences have shaped us to be, and we are grateful you turned out well.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And honestly, if it hasn't been for my grandma and some motivation series I listen to, and music helps a lot.
Yeah, it does.
If not for that, I don't know what would have happened, because I was literally drowning out. Though you can't see it in me, because I'm one type of person, I don't like sharing my emotions out.
Yeah.
I like crying inside, feeling the pain inside of me. And then
I think
but someone who knows me well will know that something is wrong with you. Though I tend to, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's
Like
all good.
God has us in mind, like all of us. That's why like He placed people in our way. He puts situations in our way because He's intentional and He has us in mind always. So yeah,
He is.
But it's good that you're talking about it because it helps a lot.
Yeah, I never for once thought that I will be talking about it. In fact, I don't like talking about it. But letting go, I learned one thing. If I want to let go of something, then I have to voice it out. Exactly. I have to clear my chest. I have to know that this is one thing that's always been hitting me, and I want to let this thing go. So letting this thing go is me voicing it out.
That's a good step.
And I will always ask a version of myself, why? That's why. There's a big reason.
Yeah, it's a good step.
Yeah. So, for your last question.
My last question.
But as we go, I also want our viewers to know that these stories will say it's for you. It's for you not to feel left out.
Yeah.
No, everyone has his own story.
Exactly.
No story is perfect. If you feel left out, if you feel like you want to talk to someone, you have no one to get in contact with, you can always reach out to us
If
at
you
Growing
feel like
Styles.
you want to share,
Yes.
yeah, you want to be part of the Sleep and Share,
Yeah.
you should contact us. Yeah.
Contact us.
Leave it on the comment section and just get here and share your experience.
Share it.
You never know who can be connected to it.
If you think leaving it at the comment section will like be public, because some people are very shy.
It's supposed to be public because obviously if
Some
you are
people
on
don't
the
want-
show,
Yes.
you are going public. Like whatever you
True.
say, it's going to be on the internet.
What I'm trying to say is like some people don't want their identity to be known. So like some people are shy to say what's paining them, what's hitting them up. So our advice, where you can send a direct message to the Facebook Messenger. You can send a direct message to us. Or you can write down your story. We can say it to you. Maybe your story can teach another person.
Yeah.
Out there something.
That's also something.
Yeah. So back to you.
Back to me.
I haven't forgotten your last question.
Okay. Let's hear it.
It says, let's reflect on a part of yourself you struggle to understand. What is it and how does it affect you?
Wow. Okay. A part of myself that I struggle to understand and how it's affecting me. Okay, let me drink. It's not sweet, it's not bitter.
It's neutral, baby.
Okay. So I think a part of myself that I'm really, 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 really struggling to understand would be like when it comes to what I really want from men.
Okay.
I think that's an aspect that I'm struggling with. I'm not settled on what I'm really looking for. Because with me, one moment I really want the relationship that goes till marriage. I really want the relationship that goes till family. I really want the relationship that is committed, consistent, and all that. And then you get to a point where I'm like, oh, maybe I just want someone like who really supports me. Like support in a sense, I mean someone really matured, experienced, that really pushes me. Because I tend to be really demotivated with, like, first generation breakers.
Yeah.
Like we don't have an example to look up to. So for me, I think when it comes to guys, sometimes I feel like I want that in a guy. Like I want a guy who pushes me. I want a guy who's supporting me financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, who just like wants to see me get there. Like who supports my dreams, my goals. Like I said, we don't have to get married. We don't have to have a family. We don't like. Sometimes I feel that's the kind of guy I want. And other times I feel I want the one that goes till marriage. I want the one that is everywhere. Like, oh, we are in love. I love you. I love you.
I love you and
yeah. So I'm very confused when it comes to that aspect with men. I'm so confused. I'm even saying it out loud. Yeah, but it's something I'm working on. It's something I want to be settled in. Like if I'm going for someone that's gonna support me, I'm going for someone that's gonna support me, and I'm sticking with it. Like if I'm going for the sacrifice, the I love you till marriage, till death, I'm going for it and I'm sticking with it. And because I have not made a decision, I keep going back and forth. It has affected me a lot. Like it has affected my decisions. Like my entire love life is a big mess. And when your emotions are messed up, it goes down to
nothing functions well.
Like every single area, work, you get distracted and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel that's the aspects of my life that I can't understand. I don't understand in myself. And I'm very sure it reflects on guys that I date. Like they don't understand. My ex will say like I'm confused, I have a double mind, and I think he might be right in that aspect because I'm really confused.
Then you have to set your mind straight to
I
why.
am working on it. I'm seriously and intentionally working on it.
Yeah, because you don't know when the right person shows up.
Yeah,
A
true.
man who invests his time, his effort, is willing to do anything for you. And if you think that's the only thing you want, you end up breaking up his heart.
It's true.
And as well, creating a space in his heart where you think that you were with him just to play him.
Do men think like that?
Yeah, some men do think like that, especially if they've invested their time, their efforts, and all. Some men do the same way we women think. That's the same way some men do think as well.
That would be
Because
nice for a
for
man
a
to
man
think that way.
a man do think like that. For a man who invests everything, that means he wants more. If a man doesn't want more, he won't devote his time to you. In fact, whenever you want to come up with something, he won't listen.
Okay. I think I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Now to your last question. Like, this is a wrap, guys. We have the last question for this session of Liquid Confession.
Yeah.
Like we said, if you want to be part of this show, you are welcome. Come sip and share your stories.
Yeah.
And with me, I have your last question. Are you ready for this? I mean, this one is it's really deep. Like it's going to be really deep. Like, are you ready? Yeah, it
How
is.
deep?
It is very deep. I mean, if I am asked this question, I think I'll freeze.
Really?
Yeah. Are you ready? I'm reading it out.
All right.
So it goes like this. Let's think about the walls you have built. So you just start thinking about the walls you've built up.
Okay.
What do you think is hiding behind them? So what is it about Hillary that we don't know? Like, we are seeing the joyful, happy, shiny, glowing girl. Like, what's behind the walls that we can't see, that we don't know? Share with us.
Okay. I'm going for pizza.
Okay.
On our next session, please remind me. This it's actually pizza, honestly. So behind this Hillary,
Behind the walls that you've built up.
yeah, that I don't want anyone to see.
Yeah, you have to share with us what's hiding behind them.
It's pain,
Okay.
fear, a whole lot actually, but I can just give out that too.
Okay.
Because I don't like sharing my pains out, as I said earlier. I always want someone anyone who comes close to me should feel welcome, should feel loving, always hoping to get back to me. I always want to cheer people up. I don't want to see people seeing me as someone who is not strong enough. I have things happening to me, but I tend to be strong because I know that the moment I show off my pain, how I feel, people start sympathizing. That's something I don't like.
Oh, I get it.
I don't like that, so I always stand to be strong. So even if something is bothering me, I just set it aside, cheer up, and all.
But pain actually like the fact that we're hiding it.
Yes, it does. But one thing I've mastered and I've learned is never to show it out. I'll cry over it at night. listen to music, cry over it, cry and cry and cry again. But that's it.
I get you. I actually get the part that if you start sharing your pain, people will start sympathizing, and others will think, oh, if you say that you angry, go through pain, stuff like that.
Yes.
But I think it's because of those stigma that has actually made, like, people are going through a lot.
Yeah.
And the thing with pain is you keep hiding it, it's happy, like it makes it feel joy. Like,
Yeah.
the minute you start talking about it, the minute you start showing it off, showing it out, I think that's one way of beating it. I know it's not easy to share, like it's hard to share your pain, but I think it's a good start, like, to share, because it's how you beat it. If you don't share, if you keep hiding it, it builds up, and it goes into something else. So I think we should encourage people to share more.
Share more.
Like, we all have these walls that we put up, but I think the best we can do is actually take out those pains behind, take out those fear from it, and just try to break it down, like, little by little. It does not have to be like in a rush, but this is a start. Like, it's very bold to just sit here and share your stories for everyone to
That's
listen.
why when we were discussing, I said that I feel happy now that I do willingly, without, though it's a question being asked, but I wasn't forced to answer it. But I feel I willingly felt to express myself out.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
And everyone should. You should share your story. I mean, pain, like the fact that you are hiding it, and fear also. So beat it. Like, do the opposite. Come out here and just say it. I mean, what can go wrong?
It was already happened.
So yeah, I think it's a wrap for this session. We hope you connect with these stories, and we can't wait to hear your comments. We can't wait to see what you have to say about it. Do you want to say something else?
Yes, don't forget to like, share, and I'll say once a comment at the comment section. You can always find us on Facebook, Instagram. We have a WhatsApp channel, and of course we have YouTube and TikTok account.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Thank you so much. And I'm Sarah.
And I am Eli.
Yeah, bye. Till the next session.